Hello folks, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy VI. This is L58, and as we see, there is a lot more left to the game, it looks. The world looks completely different, though. We find ourselves on an isolated island with a small desert. It looks like the rest is just rocks. Alright, and little beach, the little bird. And it looks like my house. House that's just falling apart. Looks like it's Cella's. I wonder what's going on. And there's Sid. Well, at least two people survived, right? Maybe it's a dream or something. Come on. Very, very slow. Slow moving pace. Alright. What's going on? Come on, people. Sell us at last. You just said that. I feel like I've been sleeping forever. Yeah, well, you've been sleeping for 1 year. Okay. So not only has everything changed, but a year has gone by since the last episode. How convenient that Sid and Celis found each other together, and Sid took care of Celis as a little kid, and now for the last year he's been taking care of her. Maybe we're the only people left alive. So the world's been sliding into ruin. Plants and animals are dying. But it seems everyone's depressed because of this new world. And it's a possibility that Celis is the only remaining character in this new world. Granddad. Dang, I didn't know he's that old. Uh-oh. Cough and wheezing. That's not a good sign. Are you hungry? He hasn't eaten in 3 days. Looks like the only thing to feed him is fish. So comes this annoying little mini game, if you could call it a mini game. That you have to get fish for him, and I'm gonna skip most of it, but you have to keep coming back and forth, and capturing these fish. Yet you can't really go that far into the water, so you have to wait for these fish to get close, and then you capture them. God, that's what's gonna be fun in Breath of Fire. Is one of the mini games is fishing, and it's a lot more fun than that. Anyways, so you have two options here. I always choose to kill Sid, and I know that sounds mean, but I think it's a better storyline. You could save him. As you see, he got out of bed. Anyways, there's pretty much like a timer on saving his life. Let's say, if we were to break it down, if you were to have health points, he'd be losing 1 HP per second. And every time you feed him a rotten fish, it will lower his health even more. Whereas if you feed him a healthy fish, it will raise it. And then there's two other types, and they're just like minor versions of the two I just mentioned. So the key is to grab only the fastest ones if you want Sid to live. And if you want him to die, the key is to only grab the slow ones, or just wait, I don't know, about 5-6 minutes and then go back into the house. So like I said, you could save him. I'm choosing not to because I think the storyline is much more darker. Well, kinda. That, and I didn't like this version Sid. So, I just edited out the numerous times I had to go back and forth, back and forth. And, you know he's dead when he's not moving from his bed. And this is just sad. And just the music too. I mean, here she is, she just awoken from a world, and the only person that's taking care of her just passed away, let alone, you know, the like father in her life. So now come here. Those that who were here, they're feeling down. They take a leap of faith from the cliffs up north, herked them right up. I'm sure Ted Woosley censored that. I don't know what the original said, but I'm sure it's something like, when people were feeling down, they would just jump from these cliffs hoping to be in a better place. I'm sure it's something along those lines. So now, since she feels like she's all alone and has nothing left to live for, she just jumps and cries. I mean, that's just, in my opinion, that's just so much better than keeping Sid alive. I think that just enriches the storyline. It makes it feel so more dramatic. Whereas when you save Sid, he's all like, hey, I built you something. Cells is like, okay, I'll go find my friends. And he's like, alright, good luck with that. I mean, I just think that's cheesy and that's lame. But if you want to do that you're more than welcome to. I'm just saying, I just think that's pretty silly. So this bird shows up with a bandana. Why did you nurse me back to health? Now, in the Japanese translation, I know it's something along the line of what she just said. But how does a bird nurse you back to health? And I think that's just strange. So now that she sees a bandana on the bird, she has a little more hope. Locke's still alive. So, yeah, like I said, I think that's a much stronger storyline. And we're gonna end up coming back here because we'll find an Esper, and I might have been that bird, because that would make sense of how it could nurse you back to health if it was an Esper. So the reason he was getting out of bed all those times is he was making you a raft. Why couldn't it have been an airship? I thought he was good at that stuff. Apparently it took him a year to make that. So with that, we're going to take our raft and take our chances of finding other people and hopefully our friends. Yeah, so the first half of the game, most people call it the World of Balance. This second half of the game is known as the World of Ruin, and as you can tell, the floating continent was the halfway point, roughly. Really, once we get to a certain point, not too far in the future, it's pretty much all side quests. So, I mean, you could go after the final area, but there's no set storyline like there was in the other ones. Okay, so make sure you equip Celis here. I threw on the Genji glove. You might also want to throw on a ribbon instead of the sprint shoes, because if she gets a status ailment like zombie or petrify, it's game over. And there are a couple enemies that you fight in this area that cast that. So I don't know. That's up to you. But it happened to me in a future run that I did just to see what was going on, and I got petrified, and I was like, son of a bitch. Felt like Jack Bauer. Alright. And hey, it's Albrook. There is civilization. Did you see that tower? What tower? Kefka's up in a tower. He's like a god. Holy crap. Well, folks, this is it for this episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy VI. I'll see you next episode. Thank you for watching. Bye.